Hello there, and welcome back to the channel. Today we got some heavy news, of course, and that was the announcement of the coming EOS for Nier Reincarnation. Of course, I've been playing this game since day one, and I know a lot of you have been too. And it's never easy to receive this news that the game you've been working so hard in, you know, countless hours go into these gacha games when you play them for real. And, you know, a lot of us spend money in the game. And it's not my first gacha. And I have been mentally preparing myself for this moment for about a year now. And I don't like to really talk about EOS predictions, but it was a year ago that I started to feel a little funny. Because I've gone through this before. And there were kind of some, you know, the writing was on the wall. And then things kept happening, like the dropping of English voice acting and all that, and we were feeling kind of concerned then. But then they announced the third arc of the story, and it was like, oh, cool. Well, we got some life left in this game. We have probably a year left. And then once I saw the pace of those chapters, they're coming in a little hotter, right? And I kind of extrapolated, and I kind of predicted that it'd be ending around this time. And as sad as this is, I do feel like I'm ready for it, and I feel like it's a satisfying conclusion. I think the game had a good run, and yeah, it lasted longer than I thought, you know, because sales haven't been great for a while. But the quality of the game is so good, and I think, you know, we've established that Yoko Taro has some kind of high standing at SE, and I'm so glad that they allowed the story to finish, because, you know, the Nier IP is just amazing, and we have, you know, official canon happening in this gacha game. And, you know, there are some, I think there's a YouTube channel, I'll try to find it later and link it. Someone is documenting all the story, so after the game is gone, at least we can watch it there, or anyone who didn't get a chance to play. My first gacha game was Mobius Final Fantasy, and I remember being in the thick of playing that, and, you know, had collected all these rare Supreme cards and had put just thousands of hours into it. And I remember at one point thinking, oh my God, I just can't handle the concept of losing my account. It sounded like the most devastating thing ever. And then the game kept going, and it kept going, and it got to a point where, and this happens, you know, with all these games, doesn't it? It got to a point where it felt like a chore. It was just, I was keeping up. I had to keep up with the new units, with the competitive events, and all the events, and making sure I'm farming everything out. And then a month later, EOS was announced, the beginning of 2020. And I went ahead and I played it into the end. You know, I pulled all the newest cards and everything. Played the final day, and even though I was ready, it was extremely sad. And I actually have that live stream still on my Twitch. Back then, I didn't do the whole face thing in commentary, but yeah, if you scroll to the bottom of my channel, all the Mobius Final Fantasy videos are still there, all the way back to 2018, I think is when I started this channel. And of course, we're coming up on February, and that means I've been a YouTuber for this game. That's when I started. That's when I did my face reveal and started doing commentary. And Nier Reincarnation allowed me to kind of like build this channel. So I'm super grateful for that. I'm going to circle back to that at the end. We do have an entire roadmap and sequence of events and campaigns laid out for us for the rest of the game. Let's take a quick look at that. And by the way, I'm going to link Ziggy's video. You should go sub to Ziggy. Like, he started his channel right after me for the same reason. He saw like a lack of YouTubers for Nier. He loved the game, and he's so close to 1,000. He only needs 25 more subs at this moment to get to 1,000. Go sub to Ziggy. Hopefully he can find something to continue reporting on his channel. I'm sure he will. Okay, So here we go. The announcement of EOS coming on April 29th and 29th, like at night. I think that's 9 p.m. Pacific daylight, because we won't be in standard time at that point. Okay, so we do have a roadmap here. So obviously today we got the second to last chapter, a new character, and so there are going to be some new gems to farm out of, like Character Quest, Dark Memory, and all of that. Okay, and then coming a little later, at the end of this month, we're getting F66X ROD. Pretty cool. Okay, and then Argo ROD. Yeah, and then obviously the anniversary on the 17th. New characters, new fest units, of course, and a whole bunch of campaigns and like opportunities to get old limited units. We're going to see that in a moment. And then the final story chapter in March. And yeah, 2 more, like the arena season that started, and then 1 more after that. And then by the time we get to April, there just will be no arena. The subjugation season we're in will last until the end, so you don't have to get your scores again. And yeah, let's keep scrolling because we're going to see all the details here. So they have laid out the rest of the limited events, and 2 of them are new. We have a variation coming on the 30th January, and then of course the anniversary record event on the 17th. And the good news is, all of these resurrected events will have all of the gems refreshed. That will give us a chance to farm out some gems and hopefully pull on these best units. I just happen to be all out of gems, and of course I'm not going to buy any, and you can't buy gems anyway right now. That was responsible choice of them. The premium shop is completely closed. You can't spend money in the game anymore. And I hope you wouldn't be anyway. I'm sure lots of people are salty about spending for Sarafa just now. But it is what it is, and I don't think they're going to be offering refunds for that. Okay, then we have some campaigns. Oh yeah, an exchange where you can get previous event characters, weapons, companions, etc. That's really cool. So if you started your account later, you missed some stuff. Like there's some good companions, you know, that you might have missed. Okay, then the Mama points and the remnants. So they are going to, let's see, earn double Mama points and also make the remnants half price, I think. Okay, and then, yeah, just like bonus drops and all this stuff. Let's see, Argo coming on the 11th. And then, yep, just like I said about Subjugation, we are in the final season that will go until the final day. So you can either rest easy with the scores you got, not have to get them again, or maybe you want to push and see if this is your final chance to get that X score. You'll have until the final day. 2 more arena seasons. Again, like I said before, the one that started today goes until the 18th, and then a new one that goes until the 31st, and then in April, we just won't have arena anymore. So the fate boards that just released, that will be the final for Ternary, and then on February 1st, we're going to have all, like Ternary and Shadow, all open permanently. So you can finish out all the fate boards. Okay, so some campaigns here for story completion. We have, yeah, the free 10 pulls continue. So that starts on day change, and then there will be summon tickets from login, missions from spending stamina, and then gem gifts. So that's cool. And these 10 pulls will be from different limited series. So they'll do a run of like summer units, a run of like fest units, the other anniversary units, etc. I can't remember the exact layout, but they have that laid out for us somewhere. So that's a really cool way to maybe get limited units that you missed before, or awakenings on ones that you didn't get your awakenings on. This is typical of like the final days after EOS announced. They give us the opportunity to get like all the stuff we missed, and balance is kind of thrown out. It's like, here's the rest of it. Everyone has a chance to hopefully get everything, so we can enjoy all of the final days of the game. Increased drop rates, story quests, more campaigns, drops, all that kind of stuff. Okay, then for the 3rd anniversary coming up on the 17th, we have Dream Summon, which is probably going to be, severely boosted rates for previous limited costumes, previous anniversary costumes. Of course, we got the new event with like a welfare Rion. And then, of course, the thing that I'm most excited about is the new units. Can't wait to see what they are. Sarafa, of course, was totally broken, and they most likely will be too. That's another thing you usually see in the final days of the game. Just completely broken costumes to have fun with. All right, so then campaign countdown for the final chapter. So some Karma Stone giveaway. They have to give us a chance to karma out all the characters we want, right? Abstract summons, and yeah, that's summons with new characters. So beyond 10H, I think we're expecting at least one other character, maybe 2, and I think we're gonna have abstract costumes for those. Not totally sure about that. All right, that brings us to the end of it. So, just like in Mobius Final Fantasy, where I played to the final day, I plan on doing it here, although I've been a little lax lately. I could feel that, Nier wasn't going to last forever, and I did jump on playing Ever Crisis, because I knew I was going to need to transition to something for this channel. And unfortunately, I didn't end up liking Ever Crisis quite as much as I thought, but I am still enjoying the game overall. But in any case, this channel is just going to be whatever game I'm playing, whatever I feel like covering, and I'm going to continue covering non-gacha games as well. Like, I love playing Metroidvanias and classic RPGs, things like that. Whatever I'm playing, I might do casual streams or commentary coverage. Like even in the game After Image, I started doing boss analysis and breakdowns, and that's been really fun. But I will most likely be playing at least one gacha at a time, and in the coming months, I'll be exploring, maybe trying out some other gachas, see if they stick, Definitely let me know what you're playing, and if you think there are any existing gacha games you think I might love. Because I'd love to find one that I just kind of like this game, or kind of like Mobius, where I'm just so into it, and it's a joy to just spend hours and hours and hours. And then, that's the best thing for this channel, is to cover that kind of content. That's kind of how I built this channel. I'm very grateful for Nier Reincarnation being a game that allowed me to build and reach my first milestone of 1,000 subscribers. It had a lot to do with not many people covering this game, and it was a perfect opportunity for me, being a kind of a beginner at this whole commentary thing, to just kind of start and not even advertise it and just do it. And all of you came, and I'm so grateful for all of you and all of the support. Beyond that, I've hinted at this, and I'm still thinking about it all the time. It's just going to be an undertaking, but I plan on doing a side channel as my gamer tag Farplane, but talking about music, which is my actual expertise in life. So I might do a channel focusing on gaming music, where I do covers, music theory analysis, breakdowns, and all of that kind of thing, whatever I can think of to make, gaming music. But just like here, I'm just going to start casual and just see how it goes. But I don't know exactly when that's going to happen. In any case, for the time being, I'll continue covering the final days of Nier Reincarnation. I'll still be here. I'm not dropping off, and I'll be covering Ever Crisis as well. I'm not going to completely quit that game either. So let me know how this news hit you. Was it your first gacha? Is this, is this tough to process? I know a lot of people that play this game, it is their first gacha, and they came because they're a fan of the Nier IP. And yep, so with heavy heart, we have to say goodbye to Nier Reincarnation. But again, as sad as it is, I feel like this is a satisfying ending. The game had some good life. It lasted longer than I thought it would, and we got to finish the chapter, and it's all tying into the lore of the mainline titles and everything. And the overall aesthetic of the game is just what I find so amazing. That moment I opened the game on day one and woke up in the cage and started walking around the cage, I was just blown away, and I knew that this was a game that I wanted to play full time. And the community that I've built, as modest as it is, I'm just so grateful for it, and all the friends that I've made that I hope to continue being friends with. I know some of them joined me in Ever Crisis, and a lot of them still hang out on my server and talk about other games. I'm so grateful for all of you. And if you haven't joined yet, I'll throw an invite link to my Discord in the description as well. All right, that's going to be it for this one. Thanks so much for watching as always, and I will see you in the next one.